ladies and gentlemen, a very delightful evening to one and all present here. Hope you all doing बेमिसाल. और मेरी ओर से सभी को नमस्ते, आदाब. So guys, very firstly, I would like to present a very beautiful poem in front of you all. So may I start presenting? Yes. Okay. तो G20 की 23 सालों की इतिहास में मिली भारत को एक नई उड़ान, मिला पहली बार मेजबानी करने का सम्मान. दिखा देंगे दुनिया को भारत है कितना महान, दिखा देंगे दुनिया को भारत है कितना महान. मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में पूरा भारत करेगा मानवता का निर्माण. बदलेंगे हम संसार को भारत के उच्च विचारों से, बदलेंगे हम संसार को भारत के उच्च विचारों से. हम बचाएंगे संसार को मानवता के हथियारों से. एक पृथ्वी, एक परिवार, एक भविष्य, यह सिर्फ एक नारा नहीं, दुनिया को आगे ले जाने का है मंत्र. इस मंत्र से होगी दुनिया की अर्थव्यवस्था में उत्थान. सब मिलकर कर पाएंगे दुनिया का उत्थान. पर यह सब होगा तभी साकार जब वसुधैव कुटुंबकम को मानेगा पूरा संसार. So guys, as you have must guessed from the poem on what topic I am going to give my presentation today. So this is Simran Gupta, and today I am going to give one of the elective and effective presentation on the topic which is none other than G20. So do you know what is G20? What is full form of G20?
The group of 20 countries.
Yeah, exactly. It is group of G20, group of 20 countries which contains world's major economies, in which 19 are individual countries like Argentina, Australia, India, Saudi Arabia, and 15 more along with one European Union. Okay, and if I talk about history of G20, so it was formed on 1999 by transforming G7 to G20 in order to satisfy the need to represent developing countries along with developed countries. So basically G20 is the premier forum for international economical cooperation. And when it comes to motive of G20, so motive of G20, it is basically focuses on two major tracks. The very first is financial track, in which it majorly focuses on some major prominent measures like global economical growth, tax information exchange, financial inclusion, financial regulatory reforms, and so on. And on the other hand, there is another track as well, which is known as Sherpa track. Yeah, Sherpa track, in which it majorly focuses on some crucial measures like employment, climate change, agriculture and food security, anti-corruption measures, and many more. So yeah, these two are the pillar of G20. Now, as for now, you got to know that what is G20, history of G20, and motive of G20. Now, I am going to share some achievements of G20. So yeah, there are bundle of achievements of G20 we have. Like member of G20 represent 75% of international trade, 85% of gross domestic product, that is GDP, and 2/3 means 60% of world population as well. Along with this, G20 helps for battling against financial crisis such as global financial crisis of 2008 and 9, and also in Eurozone crisis of 2010 as well. Moreover, G20 with a USD 10 trillion rescue package that is concentrated on economical and health crisis, and the G20 took the lead in the worldwide struggle against COVID-19 pandemic. And yes, still there are lots of significant noticeable achievements of G20 we have. Okay, so as for now, you all got to know that when G20 was formed. So yeah, it was 1999. But for your kind information, let me tell you one thing, that time it was so irregular. It actually came in force during the length of global financial crisis 2008, and it was the same time when first meeting of G20 took place in USA, Washington DC in November 2008. Okay, so from that time G20 summit held annually with rotating presidency. So do you know which country had presidency of G20 last year?
Yes, Indonesia.
Yeah, exactly. It was Indonesia. Indonesia had presidency of G20 last year, and it handed over the presidency to India on 1st of December 2022. And in future, India will hand over the presidency of G20 to Brazil. Okay, so basically there is a term Troika. So are you familiar with it? What is the meaning of Troika? Anyone? Okay, let me answer. So basically G20 does not have any permanent secretariat. It is supported by its previous, present and future presidency holder. Okay, and it is known as Troika. So Troika of 2023 consists of 3 countries. The very first is Indonesia, the previous presidency holder of G20, and second one is India, the current presidency holder of G20, and third one is Brazil, the future presidency of G20. Okay, so as for now, you all got to know that India has currently presidency of G20. Okay, but for India, it is called as presidency of hope. But why so? Can anyone tell me why it is called as presidency of hope for India? Okay, let me explain. So basically, it is called as presidency of hope for India. Currently India has presidency of G20, and it will be 18th meeting of G20 will take place in New Delhi, India in September 2023. And it is called as presidency of hope for India because recently there was a meeting took place in Udaipur where every Indian party leaders went there to discuss on the topic G20, and that meeting went very well. And also there is availabilities of some international dignitaries who used UPI payment, and they got to know how UPI is easy. And this simple move can go UPI as international. And not only UPI, apart from UPI, there are numerous advanced technologies are present, are available in India. But still, what's happening? Global people think that India is the land of snake charmers. Why? Because they have a lots of negative perceptions in their mind regarding India, that India is a very unhygienic country. India lives under poverty. And during the time of COVID-19 2021, the burning pyres of India are very much popular in world. But now, to have a presidency of G20, we have a great opportunity to change such type of perceptions of India and to show what actually India is. So basically the country which has presidency of G20 has some specialized power. They can invite any other country as guest on the meeting. Okay, so obviously India invites a lots of countries like UAE, Switzerland, Spain, Nigeria, Oman, Mauritius and many more. And yeah, ultimately it will have a positive impact in India's international relationship. Okay, and also on the meeting of Udaipur, our Indian leaders got to know that if India have to show what India is, then we have to come in union, because there are lots of differences and oppositions between our Indian leaders. But if we have to show that what India is, then we have to come in union. Okay, and yeah, in upcoming meeting of G20, India's presidency of G20 will emphasize on the true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, means one earth, one family, one future, means the whole earth is a family. So yeah, that is what about G20 from my side. I hope you got to learn something. Thank you. Have a good day.